Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod Science classes. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss current affairs of 28th November 2021. In this lecture, we are going to discuss 7 topics which are very much relevant from our UPSC point of view. So let us try to see which are the topics that we are going to discuss in this lecture. So first article regarding international travel. So in yesterday's lecture we studied about one new variant of this coronavirus which is spread very much fast in Africa, and in this mutant COVID-19 virus, so it is a very special because there are about 50 mutations that is seen in this coronavirus. And regarding the spike proteins which are present on outer surface, so regarding that spike protein only there are 10 mutations. So earlier in delta virus, in delta variant of this coronavirus, we saw only 2 mutations in this spike protein, but in this new variant, that is Omicron, we saw like 10 variants in this spike protein. So because of this, there are many questions which are revolving around many scientists and as well as people, that so whether it will leads to again lockdowns or not. And next one is it is mainly spreading very fast rate, and what is the effectiveness of vaccines. So all these are some questions which are regarding this Omicron. So because of this, recently we studied that we are going to open up international travel. So regarding this international travel, due to this new variant of this coronavirus, again we need to go for a review plan. So this is a thing which mainly said by our Prime Minister. So this article will be important regarding GS paper 2 under governance. And next topic, it is about lawmakers do not access impact of laws. And this topic is very much important from our polity point of view, which mainly comes under GS paper 2. And next topic, it is about suicides of students. So this topic is also very important because it is according to this National Crimes Record Bureau report. It mainly says that there is increasing of suicides. So this article will be important from our society, because what are the societal problems that is leading to increasing of this suicide. So this is one important dimension that we can talk about. And next topic, it is about FTA, free trade agreement between India and UK. So India and UK recently came with this early harvest agreement. But here, regarding this FTA, the talks are mainly delayed because of changing of cabinet in UK. So this is very important from our international relations, and we can also connect this topic with our economy, because free trade agreement which mainly comes under economy. And next topic, it is about 1 in 2 deliveries in private hospitals through C-section, that is cesarean. Okay, so 1 in 2 deliveries. So if 2 deliveries are happening, so out of that 1 delivery it is like cesarean, that is C-section operation. So this is regarding our health. So here we need to understand what are the reasons for going towards a C-section or cesarean. And next one is evolution of immune mechanisms can shape genetic risk of mental illness. So here this article, it is mainly talking about what is the responsibility or role of gene regarding shaping of genetic risk of humans. So here we can also talk about the genes that we are getting from interbreeding of Homo sapiens Neanderthals. So because of that also there is some changes in our genetic makeup. So this is important from our science and technology, and this is important for students who are from anthropology optional point of view as well. And next topic is about evolution through layers of food chain. So what is this food chain means? If there is any plant which is present here, so on this plant herbivores will be eating on this plants or depending on these plants, and these herbivores are eaten up by carnivores. So carnivores will be eaten up by tertiary organisms, right? So what happened, the flow of the food from one organism to another organism, it is called as a food chain. So if one animal which is having toxic in it, so in the food chain also it will be transferring here. So in the same way, there is a one study which mainly talks about evolution that is happening through even food chain as well. So this is important from our environment and ecology. So this is about some of the topics that we are going to discuss in this lecture. So let's get started with our discussion, and let us try to see first topic. So first topic, it is about the review plan to open up international travel. Okay, so it is mainly talking about review plan to open up international travel. So this is a thing which mainly said by our Prime Minister. So now what happened in many countries, there is increasing of cases, COVID-19 cases. So in Britain, Germany, and as well as in South Africa and in some African countries, there are increasing the number of cases regarding this Omicron. So we discussed about this Omicron in yesterday's lecture, right? So if you see context, it mainly says that Prime Minister directed a review of the plan to ease international travel restriction because of emerging of this new variant of coronavirus, that is Omicron, that is B.1.1.529. Okay, so this is a number which is given to this new variant of this coronavirus. It is also called with as Omicron. Okay, so it is made as a variant of concern by WHO. WHO said that, so this variant, it is also a variant of concern. So if you're talking about details, it mainly says that in 2-hour-long meeting with senior union government officials, our Prime Minister Modi ji, who mainly highlighted about there is a need for monitoring of all international arrivals. And who are the people coming from international, that is from other countries, they need to go for testing. So testing should be done as per the guidelines, and they need to focus on the countries which are identified at risk regarding this Omicron. Okay, so people who are coming from the risk countries, so for those people, so there is a need for testing. Okay, and we need to have some special focus as well. So our Prime Minister also asked officials to increase coverage of the second dose of this COVID-19 such that we can have some protection against this coronavirus. And we need to review even public health preparedness and even vaccination situation in India. So these are the things which mainly said by our Prime Minister. So apart from this, our Prime Minister also directed that genome sequencing samples, they should be collected from international travelers and community, and they need to be tested through our network of labs, that is INSACOG. And our Prime Minister also focused that he urged officials to identify early warning signals for better COVID-19 management. And here our central government officials, they also have been instructed to coordinate with the states, and they need to ensure that there are adequate buffer stocks of various medicines which are mainly used for treating of this COVID-19. And here our Prime Minister also asked officials to coordinate with the state to ensure proper functioning of this oxygen cylinders, oxygen plants, and as well as ventilators, etc. So these are the some important things which are mainly said in this article. So this is regarding review plan of international travels. So this is just of this topic. And now let us try to see next topic. Title says lawmakers do not access impact of laws. To understand this, first you need to know 3 organs of our state. First one is executive will be there, second one is legislative, and third one is judiciary. So these are 3 important organs which are mainly present. So what is the work of executive? Executive, it is to implement laws. But who will make laws? Law will be made by legislature. Okay, law makes. Okay, legislature makes a law, and judiciary will interpret the law. Interpret means what? So whenever any law which is come up by the government, whether it is according to provisions of our constitution or not. So if it is according to our constitution, it is well and good. But if those laws which are not in accordance with our constitution, means here judiciary will interfere, and it will say that so and so act or so and so law which is against our constitution. So we need to go for striking of that law. That law will be made null and void by judiciary. So this is a thing which mainly said by our CGI here. Okay, so if you see context, it mainly says that lawmakers, they do not care to access the impact of their laws that will have on society. So here our CGI, Chief Justice of India, he mainly said that whatever the laws which are mainly made by legislature, they do not access about the what will be the impact. So here we can add example of farmers law, right? Farmers laws which mainly passed recently. So if you see details, it mainly says that legislature does not conduct studies or access the impact of laws that it passes. So because of this, sometimes it mainly leads to big issues in the country. So for example, recent farm laws, riots, protests across the country. And this one is Chief Justice also said that in his address in closing ceremony of Constitution Day celebrations in New Delhi. He said that many people misunderstand the role of judiciary. So many people mainly understand that laws are made by judiciary, but laws will not be made by judiciary. Laws will be made by legislature, and the duty of judiciary is only to interpret the laws. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said by our CJI. And now let us try to see next topic. It is about suicides of students. So students suicides goes up. So this article, it is very important from our health point of view, which mainly comes under our GS paper 2. So this is according to our NCRB report. So here we can also connect the suicides with what are the problems which those students faced in the society. So in this way we can connect this topic with health and as well as with society. Why with health? Because if they are facing any mental disorders or mental issues like that, we can also think in this direction. And if you're talking about context, it mainly says that many students, they ended their lives in 2020 rather than 2019. So this is according to the data which mainly compiled by NCRB, National Crime Record Bureau. So you have to refer some facts regarding this NCRB, because I didn't attach any information regarding this NCRB in this lecture, because actually the video is very late because of my some health concerns. So because of that, just I want to take this session. So even though I am not fine, I have to take this class because many of you students, they are following my news analysis. So if I am delaying one day, means it will be like you might be getting disappointed, it will be like discouraging you. So I don't want to discourage any of you people who are following our channel. So because of this, even though in spite of my bad health, I am taking this class. So because of this, the video had been posted very late. So sorry from my side. So sorry for the inconvenience I am causing today because of this late posting of this video. So please forgive me. Okay. And if you see context, it mainly says that more students ended their life in 2020 than 2019. So if you see what happened in this 2020 and 2019, in 2019 in March, suddenly there is abrupt imposition of lockdown because of this COVID-19 pandemic. So from March next 3 months, there was a strict lockdown which imposed, and later on there is mainly relaxation of this COVID-19 guidelines which are mainly seen, that is especially regarding lockdown. Then what happened? Most of the students, they are going to schools, colleges, universities, etc. So since March onwards till recently, there is no opening of schools. So whenever there is no opening of schools, students, they do not have proper interaction with the school management, teachers, with their friends, etc. And they started some sedentary lifestyle. They do not have proper interaction with the teachers and as well as their friends, etc. Then there is no proper physical activity also, I can say that. So due to this physical activity lack also, that will lead to some changes in your body and in your mood also. That will also lead to some mood swings. Then what happened here? Many students, they committed suicides because sometimes they will be having some problems, like even especially if I'm talking about graduate students, you might be graduates, right? So in the final year, they don't know whether they conduct examination or not. So whether they need to go for extra studying of 1 year, that is a final year. So whether their project thesis will be accepted or not, they don't know about that. And they will be thinking about what will be the future after this graduation. And after graduation, if the students, they want to go for out of countries like USA, Canada, Mexico, etc., they do not get the easily pass to go to this other countries. So because of all these things, there is increasing of mental stress in the students especially. And let me know some of your views regarding what led to suicides. As I know that income it is one of the important reason as well. And if they want to go outside and they want to do some job also, means they are not getting any jobs at that time. So apart from this, if you know any other good reasons, please let me know in comment box. And in yesterday's lecture, many students, they comment very nicely. Actually, I forgot to tell about illiteracy and as well as a lack of infrastructure, everything. But many students, they also made that point. So I'm very happy for those people who commented in a nice way, and almost all the students, they commented their views in a nice way. So in this way, this will be very much helpful for your interview as well. So let me know your thinkings, or your opinion regarding this, why there is increasing of student suicide. Because for the graduation students, you're also graduates, so you might be also facing those problems, right? So let me know your opinion regarding why there is increasing of suicide according to this NCRB, that is National Crimes Record Bureau. So if you see some more details which is given in this article, which mainly says that student suicide spiked to new high of 12,526 in 2020, contributing about 8.2 percentage of deaths. Okay, so about 12,526 deaths, it mainly contributed about 8.2 deaths. And if you're talking about suicides rather than students in India, we can see here and there suicides of farmers in news. So if you're talking about farmer suicide rate, which mainly stayed at a constant rate of 7.4 percentage in 2019-2020, and there is a biggest spike in the deaths was recorded in Odisha. Okay, Odisha, there is increase in number of suicides. So if you're from Odisha state, please let me know what are the reasons why there is increasing of suicide rates in Odisha. And only Maharashtra recorded more student suicides than Odisha. Okay, and next one is, if you are talking about Telangana state, there are about 489 students, they ended their lives. Okay, so this is about some important data, and now let's try to analyze what are the reasons. So first one is, many psychologists, they mainly saying that due to this COVID-19 lockdown, COVID-19 pandemic, students they were stayed in their homes without access to these classrooms and without access to the schools, playgrounds, etc. So that mainly led to emotional thing, and as well as there is no emotional socialization. So because of all these reasons, that led to increasing of suicidal percentage. And in a pandemic year, when two main educational boards in the country, they cancelled exam, all students and there were 100% of promotion into this next class. So what happened during this pandemic year? As you all know that schools have been closed and colleges have been closed, even some good institutions and as well as universities, they have been closed. So in this pandemic year, the two important main educational boards in the country, they cancelled their examination. For example, SSC, for example, inter examinations. So these are some boards which mainly cancel these exams. So because of this cancellation of exam, there is a one fear in the children that, so how can they going to get the marks? So without writing examination, how can they get the marks? So if they are not getting good marks, means whether they are going to promote to next class or not. So these are some important reasons or important factors. And apart from that, usually it is exam and its outcome that students have worried about. Students are worried about especially exam and as well as what will be the outcome of that exam. And apart from this, the younger child were worried about how they will progress to the next class. So these are some important things which are mainly said in this topic, and I hope it is very much clear. Now let us try to see next topic. Title says India-UK FTA talks could be delayed to January 2022. So in coming up January 2022, we are expecting to have FTA talks. So FTA, it is nothing but Free Trade Agreement talks. So let me know in comment box with which countries India have signed this FTA, Free Trade Agreement. So here this article will be important from our economy, and even we can talk under this international relations between India and UK relations. So now let us try to see context. If you see context, it mainly says that negotiations between India and UK on a comprehensive free trade agreement could be delayed to January 2022. Okay, so why? What is the reason? The reason here is cabinet change in UK. So because of this talks, it is also be going to be postponed to January 2022. So if you see details, it mainly says that the two sides, they also had a shell and a plan for meeting between Commerce and Industry Ministry. So between India and UK, you are also going to have a plan of meeting between Commerce and Industrial Ministry. So here, if you're talking about before this FTA agreement negotiation, we also came with this Early Harvest Pact. Okay, so we announced this Early Harvest Pact by March 2022. It had been decided. Okay, so here the timelines of this FTA negotiation, which included the announcement of an early harvest agreement. So what is early harvest agreement? We already discussed in our earlier lecture. So you have to revise that early harvest agreement or early harvest pact. So if you're talking about some facts regarding this FTA, that is free trade agreement. So free trade agreement is nothing but it is a pact between country 1 and country 2. So it may be between country 1 and country 2 or 2 or more countries. So in this way, they may talk to reduce barriers regarding imports and as well as exports among them. So under this free trade policy, goods and services, they can be brought and sold across international borders. So whenever these two countries is having this free trade agreement, there will be little or we can say no government tariffs, quota, subsidies, etc. that will be there. So if you're talking about RCEP, India came out of this RCEP in November 2019. So after that, it came up with FTA with a number of countries like Japan, China, Australia, etc. Yeah. So this is about this topic. And now let us try to see next topic. Title says 1 in 2 deliveries in private hospitals through C-section. So through this cesarean or C-section, so there is increasing of C-section that is seen in deliveries that is happening nowadays. So now let us try to see this topic. So this data is according to National Family Health Survey. So if you see context, it mainly says that 1 in 2 women who go to private hospital, they undergo this C-section or cesarean section according to latest data which is mainly released by our National Family Health Survey. So if you see some details, it mainly says that, so this means out of 5 women who are going to either private hospital or either going to government hospital or any medical facility, so out of these 5 women, 1 in 5 women, they undergo this C-section. So when medically justified, so why this is medically justified? Because C-section will effectively prevent maternal and as well as perinatal mortality and as well as morbidity. So whenever delivery which is happening through normal vagina or normal delivery, sometimes there will be risk like the bones of that infant will be somewhat there will be elongated shape of head that is seen. So after some days, what happens, it will come into normal place, but if it's not coming, means that will lead to some illness as well. And if you are going for this C-section, it is very much effectively prevent maternal as well as a perinatal mortality. So whenever a woman who is undergoing this normal delivery, that process, so the pain will be very, very severe. So the pain will be like, once it go, if there are more than 200 bones which are broken in your body, how much pain you feel. So the same pain that woman will experience when she is going towards this normal delivery. So entire this normal delivery this process will be taken up 24 hours. Okay, it will be like 18 to 24 hours or even more than this period if there is any medical emergency is there. So according to World Health Organization, the ideal rate, it is between 10% and 15%. It is good to prevent mortality and as well as maternal mortality and as well as infant mortality. So here, with the rates which are mainly raising towards 10% across the population, so the number of maternal and as well as newborn death decreases. But if the rate which is increasing above 10%, there is no evidence of mortality rates which are mainly improving. So deliveries also have increased in public hospitals, but it could partly due to increase in institutional deliveries. So one important good news that we can see here is, even though if there is C-section which is happening, there is increasing of institutional deliveries. Because of increasing of institutional deliveries, that will lead to less risk of infection in mother and as well as child. That will help to decrease this MMR, maternal mortality rate, right? And if you're talking about what are the factors that are leading to this C-section, so first one is women who are having babies at their later age, that means at very old age, so that will lead to in vitro fertility. So because of some sedentary lifestyle of women who are mainly seeing in urban areas, so because of this, normal delivery it is not much possible and it is impossible in many cases. And there are also caregiver and hospital factors are also responsible for increasing incidence of the cesareans. And next one is doctor doing solo practice. Whenever the doctor who is delivering about 20 to 25 deliveries babies per month, means So they cannot spend much time during night. Okay, they cannot await, they cannot still awake in the night, so that they are going for this C-sections. So this is gist of this topic. And now let us try to see next topic. It is about evolution of immune mechanisms and shape genetic risk of mental illness. So this article mainly says that in evolution of our immune systems, immune mechanism from Homo sapiens and as well as Neanderthals, from that time what happened. So this evolution also leading to shaping of some genetic risk of mental illness in the people. So now let us try to see what is this study talking about. So if you see context, it mainly says that evolution, it is a continuous process of natural selection. So whenever there is evolution is happening, then only we can fit to changing environment, right? So evolution is a process of natural selection in which the traits mainly improve the fitness of organisms, and they will mainly strive for survive the challenges which are mainly posed by surrounding environment. So because of changing of surrounding environment, when we are not going for evolution, means we cannot fit to that environment, such that there will be extinct of that species. Mainly to avoid that, there is evolution process, and it is a continuous process. And if you see some details, it mainly says that genes, they have multiple effects. Okay, so whatever the genes are present in our DNA, for example, if you are a cell, so if you are having a cell, so in that cell, inside cell, we are having nucleus. In this nucleus, we are having a genetic material. For example, DNA. Inside this DNA, we are having these genes. So these genes, they have multiple effects. Okay, so these genes, they are having multiple effects. So the very same genes that are very much responsible for importantly an aspect of fitness to society, to our organisms. So organisms mainly adapt to the environment mainly based on these genes. Okay, so for example, even the risk for non-communicable diseases as well. And recently a paper which mainly published in scientific reports, which mainly shows that, so this may be the case also with some severe mental illness like schizophrenia and as well as bipolar disorder. So these are some neurological disorders. And if you are talking about study, what is the study talking about? So study examined about 80 individuals from 80 separate families from southern India. So in this study, they mainly found that each had several members who are affected by severe mental illness. So each of 80 individuals, they had at least 2 first degree relatives who had a major psychiatric disorder. So in this study, they mainly found that even though if they conduct a study in the 80 individuals, so at least 2 first degree relatives who are facing psychological disorder. So what are those psychological disorders? For example, I can talk about schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder. So this obsessive compulsive disorder, it is one of the important disease, I can say. And I don't know whether you know about what is this disease or not. So whatever that they are saying, they will be saying repeatedly, and whatever the work they are doing, they will be doing repeatedly. So it is nothing but obsessive compulsive disorder. Next one is dementia, that is loss of memory, and as well as some other disorders regarding neurological problems. So researchers from NIMHANS also, they came with a study of data of exome of 80 individuals, and they identified that 74 genes that are positively selected. So our genetic material or our DNA, which mainly consists of about more than 3 billion bases. Okay, so of this, small portion of codes for the proteins that make up of our cell. So if you're talking about ancient DNA or archaic DNA, so this archaic DNA, which mainly established because of intermingling of Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and as well as Denisovians. So if you are from anthropology optional background, you might be knowing about this, who are these Neanderthals, who are these Denisovians, right? So here Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and as well as Denisovians. So hence each of us, they mainly carry 2 to 3% of, we are carrying about 2 to 3% of DNA because of intermingling of Neanderthals, Homo sapiens. So this study mainly concludes that families with several members who are affected by this severe mental illness, they can be used to detect signatures of evolution. So because of this evolution, so they are also having some effectiveness, or they are also affected with this severe mental illness. So this is just of this topic, and I hope it is very much clear. And next topic is about food chain. So before saying this topic, I want to make a small announcement. So we came up with this prelims test series and as well as mains answer writing course. So this prelims test series, it is a very useful course, and there are about 30 tests we are providing. So these tests are divided as per our syllabus, and we came up with a detailed micro listing of topics, and the questions are based on our UPSC standards, and we also provide you answers in a form of PDF. And this type of test series will be very much helpful to analyze the questions, how the questions will be coming in paper, and as well as it will be helpful for to improving of conceptual clarity for you people, and even this will be very much helpful for time management as well. And next one is mains answer writing course. So in this mains answer writing course, we are especially focusing on static syllabus. So we are completing GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 along with essay and as well as case study within 1 year. So here, after completing of GS1 entirely, we are moving towards GS2, such that you will be having a confidence that yes, I completed GS1, I completed GS2, like that. So there is a very small thing that you have to do is daily you have to write one question, you have to send to us. So there will be evaluation, and we also provide you model answer for your question. So here this course, it is a very useful, and I will assure you 100% that you are going to complete your syllabus within 1 year, and you are going to improve your answer writing skills for sure. And apart from this, we also have foundation course, and if you don't want to take entire foundation course, you can also take individual courses like polity, history, economy, like that. Okay, so the details of this course are given in description box, so please visit our website once, and please have a demo videos. So there are also demo videos you can watch for free. Okay, so you can watch that demo videos, and after that you can purchase these courses. And now let's come back and let us see next and last article. This is according to our food chain. So evolution through the layers of food chain, and this article will be important from environment and ecology, which mainly comes under GS paper 3. So if you're talking about context, it mainly says that scientists now understand how certain animals can feed on picturesque orange monarch butterflies. So this article mainly talking about study which mainly conducted regarding this orange monarch butterflies. So these orange monarch butterflies are mainly filled with some milkweed plant toxin. So here these butterflies mainly feed on this milkweed, and they mainly contains plant toxins. So if you are talking about this milkweed, which mainly produce toxic, okay, they mainly produce toxins. They are called as cardiac glycoside toxins. So these cardiac glycoside toxins, they have the capability to kill even a horse, not even an animal, but also even humans if you are consuming at a high concentration. So if you are talking about these monarch butterflies, they have evolved a set of unusual cellular mutations. Okay, because they are mainly consuming their food patterns which are mainly depending upon this plant, and this plant, that is milkweed plant, which mainly contains toxic cardioglycosides. So these having some impact on sodium channels. So because whenever this organism which is mainly feeding on this so and so milkweed, so there are some adaptations or there are some mutations that are happen in this butterfly. So now the recent study which mainly carried out by researchers at the University of California, they mainly studied about this monarch butterflies. So these monarch butterflies, they came up with some mutations. So this is just some important findings of that study. So research mainly revealed that mutations in 4 types of monarch predators mainly seen, like birds, mouses, and as well as parasitic wasps and worms. So in these 4 things, there are some mutations that are mainly seen. That means in this food chain, so whenever this butterfly which is mainly consuming this milkweed, okay, so this is that butterfly. So this butterfly which is mainly taken as a food in birds and as well as mouses and as well as wasps and worms. So in all these organisms in this food chain, there are some mutations that are mainly seen. So plant toxin which is mainly secreted in this milkweed, which is causing some evolutionary changes across at least 3 to 4 or 2 to 3 levels of the food chain. So milkweed toxin mainly target a part of plant cells called as plant and animal cells. It is mainly targeting sodium potassium pump. So this sodium potassium pump which plays an important role in maintaining of proper cardiac function, right? So when most of the animals which mainly eat this milkweed, the pump stop working. So based on this DNA sequence information, So they found that black-headed goosebeak, which mainly eats up to 60% of this monarch butterflies, so they also came up with some evolved amino acid changes in this sodium pumps. So in this way, through this food chain also we can see that will leads to mutations. So in this way we need to also understand what is the importance of food chain as well. So this is just of this topic. I hope it is very much clear. So by this I am concluding today. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Please subscribe to Rathod's IAS and don't forget to like, share and comment my videos. Thank you so much.